Days passed, but something about Maggie was changing. The little girl who used to laugh and tell stories now sat quietly, lost in her thoughts. At school, her teacher noticed that Maggie wasn't herself anymore. While the other children laughed and played, Maggie stared down at her desk, her mind somewhere far away. Even at lunchtime, she sat alone, pushing food around her plate. The bright smile that once filled every room had slowly faded. After school, Mom waited for Maggie with her usual smile. But this time, Maggie walked slowly, her eyes fixed on the ground. When Mom asked about her day, Maggie quietly replied, "Fine." But a mother's heart often notices what words cannot say. That evening, Mom found Maggie sitting alone in her room, hugging her teddy bear. She gently sat beside her and whispered, "You haven't seemed like yourself lately, sweetheart." For a moment, Maggie said nothing. Then Mom softly said, "You can tell me anything. You're safe." Maggie held her teddy bear tighter as tears filled her eyes. Mom wrapped her arms around her daughter and held her close. "I'm here, sweetheart. You're not alone." The next morning, sunlight filled the kitchen once again. Maggie sat between her parents, holding her teddy bear. For the first time in many days, a small smile returned to her face. Children don't always tell us when something is wrong with words. Sometimes they tell us through silence, through fear, and through the changes in their hearts. When children feel safe enough to speak, listening can change everything. Because every child deserves to be heard, believed, and protected. The end.